Good morning, students. Welcome to eSuvidya. Hope you all are fine and safe. Students, look at this picture. As you know, this is the picture of the Konark Temple or the Sun Temple, which is also known as Black Pagoda. Students, Konark Temple is not only the glory of Odisha, but also it is the glory of India and world. Several legends are associated with the Konark Temple. So today we will discuss about an important person who is associated with the laying the foundation of the Konark Temple. Students, all of you know about Dharmapad or Dharma. Dharmapad is associated with the ending of the temple, is related to the ending of the temple, whereas VIII Samantray is related to the starting of the temple. So several legends are associated with the Konark Temple, and today we will discuss about a person who laid the foundation of the Konark Temple, or who was in charge of laying the foundation of the Konark Temple at Chandrabhaga seashore, or near Chandrabhaga seashore. We will also discuss about an old woman. A few persons knew about her, whose wise tips helped VIII Samantray, the then minister of the king Narasimha Deva I, to lay the foundation of the Konark Temple. So students, let's read the chapter Tips from Wise Old Woman. Tips from the wise old woman, in order to know about the role of VIII Samantray in laying the foundation stone of the Konark Temple, and the wise advice of an old woman. How the wise advice upon old woman that led to the laying the foundation stone of the Konark Temple. Let's read this chapter, Tips from the Wise Old Woman. The Konark Temple is the glory of Odisha. It is also the glory of India. Many legends are associated with it, two most important being about Dharma and VIII Samantray. While one of them related to the starting of the temple, the other with ending. Everyone knows about the story of Dharma, but a few know about the story of VIII Samantray. And very little is known about the old woman whose tips for VIII Samantray laid the foundation of the temple. VIII, according to the legend that goes round, was the minister of the king Langula Narasimha Deva of Odisha. He was in charge of laying the foundation of the Konark Temple at Chandrabhaga seashore. Whatever stones were dumped on the sea were washed away by the wild current of the sea. He was in deep trouble. In the troubled state of mind, he was coming back from the goddess Mangala of Kakatpur after offering his prayer to the goddess. It was night. He felt terribly hungry, but there was hardly any habitation nearby. From a distance, he saw a flickering light coming out from a small hut. He tied his horse to a tree by the roadside and went to the hut with the hope of getting some food. Students, as we have discussed, the Konark Temple is not only the glory of Odisha, but also it is the glory of India. Several legends are associated with the Konark Temple. So among them, the two most important personalities associated with the Konark Temple were Dharma or Dharmapada and the Sibei Samantraya. Most of you know about Dharma or Dharmapada, but a few people knew about Sibei Samantraya. While Dharma is related to the ending of the temple, and Sibei Samantraya is related to the starting of the temple. And only few people knew about the old woman whose wise tips or wise piece of advice, tip means piece of advice, or whose wise tip helped Sibei Samantraya to lay the foundation of the Konark Temple. So, as we know, students, Sibei Samantraya was the minister of King Narasimhadeva I. Sibei Samantraya was the wise minister of King Narasimhadeva I. He was in charge of laying the foundation stone or laying the foundation of the Konark Temple. So, King Narasimhadeva I is also known as Langula Narasimhadeva. Students, there is a story behind why the King Narasimhadeva I is called Langula Narasimhadeva. Students, according to one of the court poet of Narasimhadev, King Narasimhadev first used to wear a long robe. Robe means a special type of a garment or a special type of a cloth. Okay, so King Narasimhadev used to wear a long robe, and while he walked aggressively, then his long robe appeared the form of a tail. So this is how the king came to be known as Langula Narasimhadev. So King Narasimhadeva used to wear a long robe. Long means a type of a cloth that generally a person wears in a formal occasion. You must have seen in courts, the lawyers wear a special type of a black robe when they are in the courtroom. So King Narasimhadeva first used to wear a special type of a long garment, and when the king walked aggressively, then his long robe appeared just like a long tail. So this is how the king came to known as Langula Narasimhadev. So Sibei Samantraya was the minister of the king Langula Narasimhadev, and he was in charge of laying the foundations of the Konark Temple at the Chandrabhaga seashore. But whatever stones he dumped into the sea were washed away by the wild currents. You know, movement of sea water in a particular direction is called current. So whatever stones were dumped by the minister into the sea were washed away by the wild current. So in a disturbed state of mind, he was returning from the goddess Mangala temple located at Kakatpur. So in a disturbed state of mind, he was returning from the goddess Mangala temple located at Kakatpur. Students, Mangala temple or Ma Mangala temple located in Kakatpur is one of the famous Shakti Pithas of Odisha. In Odisha, there are several important Shakti Pithas like Banapur, Bhagavati in Banapur, Katakachandi, Samaleshwari, Sambalpur, and Ramchandi, Konark, Puri, Bimala, okay, Jhankada, Sarada. So these are the famous Shakti Peethas like Banki, in the Banki, Charchika. So they are the famous Shakti Peethas of Odisha. So Mangala Temple is one of the famous Shakti Peethas of Odisha, and it is located at Kakatpur. So Goddess Mangala Temple has a great association with the Jagannath Temple, with the famous Jagannath Temple. During the Nava Kalebar rituals, the Daitapati priests stay in a mutt named as Deoli Mutt near Mangala Temple, and they worship the goddess Mangala. And it is believed that goddess Mangala appear in their dream and help them to locate the Darugram. So Goddess Mangala Temple is very famous Shaktipeeth. It's one of the prominent Shaktipeeth of Odisha, located just near the bank of the river Prachi. Okay, it is located just near the bank of the river Prachi. So Sibei Samantrai, the minister of the king Langula Narasimha Dev, in a disturbed state of mind, was returning from Kakatpur, worshipping goddess Mangala. So he was feeling very much hungry, and it was the night time. So there was not a single habitation there, a place of dwelling, a place of living there. So he saw flickering light, a disturbed light. Flickering light means he saw the flickering light means the light that burned unsteadily. So he saw the flickering light coming from a nearby hut. So Sibei Samantrai, so now he tied his horse to a tree, and then he went to the hut with the hope to get some food. With the hope of getting some food, he went near the hut. This is the theme of the first sense group paragraph 1. So students, as we have discussed, that Konark Temple is not only the glory of Odisha, but also it is the glory of India. And several legends or several stories of the past are related with the Konark Temple, or several legends are associated with the Konark Temple. The two famous legends, the two famous stories related to the Dharmapad and Sibei Samantrai. Dharmapad is associated with the ending of the Konark Temple, whereas Sibei Samantrai is associated with the starting of the temple. So all of you know about Dharmapad, but a few knew about Sibei Samantrai and the wise old man whose tips helped Sibei Samantrai to lay the foundation of the Konark Temple. So Sibei Samantrai was the minister of the king Langula Narasimha Dev, or Narasimha Dev first, and he was in charge of laying the foundation stone of the Konark Temple. So whatever stones he was throwing to the sea, near the Chandrabhaga sea, so were washed away by the wild currents. So in a disturbed state of mind, he was returning from the Kakatpur after worshipping goddess Mangala, and he was terribly hungry. So with the hope of getting some food, so he started reaching near the house, near a hut from where the flickering lights are coming. So this is the theme of the sense group paragraph 1. Let's find out some new words from this portion and try to use these new words into meaningful sentences of our own. First word is glory. Glory means fame and honor. Let's use it in a meaningful sentence. He is in his glory now. He is in his glory now. Next word is legend. Legend is a noun, means story from the past. Story from the past. Let's use it a meaningful sentence. According to ancient legend, the river is a goddess. The river is a goddess. According to the ancient legend, the river is a goddess. Next word is tip. Next word is tip. Tip is noun, means a useful piece of information or advice. Let's use it in a meaningful sentence. She gave me a useful tip about growing tomatoes. He gave me a useful tip about growing tomatoes. Or another example we may write, before exams the pupils get useful tips from the teachers. Before exams the pupils get useful tips from the teachers. So next word is flickering. So students, the last word is flickering. Flickering is adjective, burn or shine unsteadily. Burn or shine unsteadily. Let's use it in a meaningful sentence. Can you see that flickering light? Can you see that flickering light? It is an interrogative sentence. Or let's use it into another meaningful sentence. Then the lamp started flickering. Then the lamp started flickering. So students, today we have completed the sense group paragraph 1 of the chapter Tips from the Wise Old Man. Tips from the Wise Old Woman. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next class.